Hi guys, it's Brooke. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a short tutorial where I walk you through how to line a crochet bag with fabric. The bag I'm going to be using for today's video is my Flower Power tote bag. If you're watching this video after June 2024, then the pattern's probably out and I'll link it in the description. If you're watching it before then, sorry, it's being tested right now and hopefully it comes out soon. I'm using this super cute 100% cotton fabric I got from Joann's in this adorable donut pattern, so let's get started. So for those of you who are brand new to fabric lining, I'm going to walk you through it. You're going to walk yourself up to your local Joann's or your Michael's, really anywhere with fabric. You're going to walk to the back of the store and then you're going to take a pit stop at the nearest crochet aisle and eventually you're going to pick up yarn that you just truly don't need. I ended up picking up this black Lily Sugar and Cream cotton because I wanted it. So the remnant spin is going to be your best friend. These are all pieces of fabric that are less than a yard long and they're all extremely discounted. So the one I was tempted by is this orange spotted one, but it wasn't super cute. So as you know, I ended up going with this donut fabric that was in the clearance section and was literally $1. And for most totes, you'll need just about a half yard of fabric. You might need even less depending on the size of your bag. For me, I did end up doing a half yard. And then from there, I'm just laying out my panels onto my fabric just to see what kind of cuts I'll need to make in the fabric. And then when you actually get to the point where you're ready to cut, what I recommend is folding your fabric in half so that when you make cuts through it, you'll end up with two completely identical pieces. It's really difficult to cut the same piece twice. So make sure it's folded over so that you'll get two pieces that are exactly the same. And as you can see, as I've laid it out here, you'll make a cut across the bottom and then across lengthwise. I always recommend weighing your piece down with something heavy. So usually I just choose books because they're easy. It'll just keep your project from moving and sliding around while you're trying to cut. Sorry, I accidentally cut out the clip of me cutting the fabric. I'm not really sure how, but this is it after. And so as you can see, I leave about 1 inch or 2 inches of extra room around the outsides just to make sure it'll fit in my bag when you sew it up. And you can always cut off that excess if you'd like. It's much better to cut an original piece that's too big and then trim off some of the excess than it is to cut a piece that's too small because then you're just screwed. So at this point, what you're going to do is put your two pieces of fabric right sides together and you're going to pin them down the three sides lengthwise and at the bottom because these are the three sides you're going to be sewing up to make the lining of your bag. And at this point, you're ready to sew. You're going to sew down lengthwise across the bottom of your bag and then up the other side. I just want to say I'm not a good sewer, so if you're watching this and you're cringing, I'm sorry about that. But I also want to say that to let you know that you don't have to be an advanced sewer to do this. It's one of those things where it's the inside of your bag. No one's going to see it too closely. It's going to work out just fine. Though I do think it is kind of common for crochet to get caught in the sewing machine, so I would just be careful about that. I've tried it both ways where you've got the crochet facing down and the crochet facing up, and I think it is a little smoother with the crochet side facing down on the bottom of your machine. So if you've ever had it get stuck in your sewing machine before, I would try that. And at this point, the lining itself is done, so now it's time to assemble your bag. So I'm slip stitching my two panels together, and then I'm going to sew my straps onto the bag itself. And now the only step is to actually attach the lining. And the way we're going to do that is by placing our lining inside our bag so that we can see the correct side of the fabric like so. And then what you're going to do is do a fold over hem, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, really it's up to you. And then you're going to pin it in place. And I always pin it in place where it's about halfway through the top row of my single crochets, just so I can see the crochet stitch on the outside so you can't see any of the fabric, just like so. And at this point, all you're going to do is sew all the way around the top of your bag. And that's pretty much it. This is what your finished bag is going to look like. Mine looks pretty rough. Again, don't judge my sewing skills, okay? I'm not a sewer. I just do it to make my crochet last longer. Hopefully your bag looks a little better than mine, but I'm still really happy with this final product. It'll make my bag really sturdy so the stitches don't stretch out. And on this colorwork project, I won't be running into my ends all the time. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're a lefty crocheter by any chance, all of my YouTube tutorials and patterns are lefty friendly, so definitely go check them out. And if you're a righty, you're welcome here too. Don't worry. Anyways, that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.